this act contains several regulations, but these two are the main ones. The first one is reporting obligation for the large-scale enterprises. And the second one is a requirement to achieve energy efficiency criteria or targets for the manufacturers. This is called a top runner program. And for the incentives, we started energy conservation subsidy packages last year, and just last month we have the another budget for the next year's subsidies. So let's move on to the regulations. And then I'm going to talk about this slide is reporting obligation for large-scale enterprises. And the enterprises who consume energy more 1,500 kiloliter oil equivalent must report each year's amount of energy consumption and the plan and submit the plan to improve the energy intensity. Until last year, the enterprises had reported the amount of just fossil energy consumption. I guess this is because this act was enforced in the 1970s energy crisis when we focused on just the fossil energy conservation. Then we renewed this act last year, and now enterprises are obliged to report the amount of fossil and non-fossil consumption. Actually, they report the CO2 emissions, but it is evaluated in another act. And they are also required to submit a plan to shift the energy consumption to non-fossil energy. Then we changed the act formal name, the Act of Nationalizing Energy Use and Shift to Non-Fossil Energy. The second example is Top Runner Program, a regulation for manufacturers. As I said, in other countries, Top Runner Program is, I guess, not so popular. MEPS, minimum efficiency performance standard is more popular, I guess. But Japan takes a unique approach to improve the energy efficiency of appliance. In this Top Runner program, we pick a Top Runner efficient product on the left graph of the product A, and we set the Top Runner criteria. And several years ago, we require the manufacturer, all the manufacturers meet the target with the average of their product. And the right graph shows how this this Top Runner program works. This is an example of the air conditioners, and thanks to this program, energy efficiency improved 30%. And we are just renewing this program for the clean energy transition. I mean, this is a focus on not just the efficiency, but what kind of fuel they use. This is under discussion in the public committee, and I'm gonna talk about how this new program will work. Each manufacturer, this is discussed with for just water heaters. Each manufacturers have their own score and the score is calculated as sum of the each each manufacturers have their own make maybe gas boilers or heat pumps or other maybe hybrids or etc. And they they added their own each product's fossil energy consumption rate, and they calculate their own scores, and we requires each manufacturers of water heaters to meet the targets several years ago. And this will work to accelerate the manufacturers manufacturing the more cleaner water heaters. And let's move on to the energy conservation subsidy package. We also we started these energy conservation subsidies packages last year. And during the energy crisis in 2022, and the prices of the gasolines or electricity rapidly increased in Japan. Actually, the government started the support for the prices, but we think the support is a kind of emergent support and not to be continued. We rather need to promote more energy conservation. Then we strengthened the support for energy conservation last year and started energy conservation subsidy package. We support both businesses and households. For businesses, we support to replace inefficient facilities, and SMEs can hear the advice from energy experts with about €100. And for households, we also support the insulation, retrofitting, and replace water heaters. And this month, we have just strengthened this support more. And we are also trying to accelerate the energy transition in this package. Yeah, for businesses, I'm gonna explain about the facility replacement subsidies. I heard that this subsidy starts more than 10 years ago, but the amount of budget is highest today. Here is the overview of the subsidy. There are three types of support. Type 1 is the high outcomes, 10% improvement rate, or 700 kiloliters of consumption reduction. And the type 3 is easier to use. Companies can select the energy efficient facilities from a list. And this type is popular especially for SMEs. And this year we start a new type 2. Companies can use this type when they challenge to electrification or fuel switching. And they also select the facilities from the list, and they can select electric furnace, heat pumps, and so on. And we're gonna promote the clean energy transition with this new type. Next, the household subsidies, especially the residential water heater. And before I move to the detail of the support, let me explain about the overview of energy consumption in Japan's household. As the left graph shows, water heater is one of the largest part of household energy consumption. The point is that the space heating and the water heater is shown separately. I guess in many European countries, several rooms or houses are heated with one heating equipment. It is called central heating system. On the other hand, in Japan, each room usually has its own space heater. And this is called individual heating system. And that's why water heater is not counted as a space heater in Japan. And by the way, we Japanese habitually take a bath every day, so water heater consume so much energy. And move on to the service detail. We started the support for residential high efficient water heaters last year. You can choose heat pumps hybrid, which is the hybrid of gas boiler and the heat pumps, and you can choose the residential fuel cells. And we'll add the amount of the support per unit this year. This is because we had, for example, United Kingdom and other countries are also planning to add the amount to accelerate the replacement of old water heater. Although the usage of the hot water differs, but we think it is important for each country in relatively cold area to promote water heaters energy conservation and clean energy transition. And one more thing, we are trying to promote demand response with this support. Yeah, in Japan, many water heaters is custom to heat water in night. This is because the electricity price is low in the night. Demand response in water heater means to shift the heating time to the daytime. To realize this, the water heater's controller need to be able to connect to the internet and able to shift the heating time by signal by aggregators. So we are planning to add the amount of the support for such kind of DR-ready water heaters. Furthermore, we are also discussing new regulation for DR-ready appliance, which will be similar one with the top runner program I shown. Yeah. Lastly, as I explained, Japan's demand side energy policies are now changing to accelerate the clean energy transition. And the concept evolution of the energy efficiency policy to support clean energy transition is recognized in G7 communique, which is held in Japan this year. So I'm looking forward to hearing other countries' policy today. Thank you very much.